Hey guys, I'm Chelsey and you're watching my YouTube channel, Chelsey Explores. I'm a born and raised San Diego gal who loves to travel and adventure outdoors. Consider me your go-to guide for travel tips, destination guides, and local activities. If you haven't been following along on my Instagram, well, you should. But if you haven't heard, my husband and I are going to be traveling Europe for 3 months. This is going to be a crazy time, and I didn't realize how much preparation has to happen for all of this to take place. So, in this video, I'm going to bring you along and show you all the things we have had to do to prepare our house that we own for being gone for 3 long months. But before that, my baby girl wanted to say hi. Can you say hi, Moko? Say hi. She'll probably be in lots of videos. Kisses. She's so sweet. If you like this video and find it helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and give it a thumbs up. So, one of the biggest questions we got is, what are we going to do with our house? Are we going to sell it? Are we going to rent it? Are we going to leave it vacant? Well, I'm here to answer all those questions for you. There is a lot that went into prepping our house for being gone for 3 months, which I'll list out later, but we decided to have our house be listed as an Airbnb while we are gone. Why? Well, I mean, who doesn't want a little bit of extra moolah, am I right? So what all did we do before heading out on this big trip? Let's start with the small details. Now, if you don't know me, let me just tell you one thing. I'm a little bit of an organized freak. So I began by creating a list of things that need to be done prior to our big adventure. Okay, let's be real. I maybe made 1 list, 2 lists, 3 lists. I don't know. The lists go on. If you don't know, I like lists. I made 1 on Google Docs, 1 on my phone, 1 on the fridge, a handwritten version. I really can't tell you how many lists I made. They're kind of all over the place. Anyways, you get the point. I like lists, but I promise there is a method to my madness. Okay, so after feeling a bit more organized after creating all my lists, it was actually time to get to work. Okay, so first of all, don't mind my messy living room, but I just got back from Target and I picked up some boxes like this because we're gonna have to pack up our house and store things that you never thought about. We also decided to pack up all our clothes from our closets, our dressers, because 1, we didn't want anyone stealing them, and 2, it's just a cleaner look for Airbnb guests. Along the way, I decided to create a separate bin of things that I plan to take with me to Europe. This bin, I kind of just threw stuff in along the way. It had anything and everything that I wanted to pack with me. The second thing I did was I decided to remove all the family photos of my husband and I that were on our walls and on our shelves. I felt like this might be a good idea so that Airbnb guests weren't just staring at a ton of pictures of my husband and I. Some of our photo frames are actually part of our decor, so what I decided to do was, instead of taking down the whole photo frame, I printed out some of the travel photos that I have taken along the way and replaced them with those travel photos. Other things I packed up along the way was valuables like my jewelry. I separated it out into what I wanted to bring with me to Europe and then what could be packed away. For the Airbnb in particular, I bought extra cleaning supplies so that things could be restocked along the way while we were gone. Other things I bought was an extra pair of sheets and extra towels, so that just made it easier for the people that will be cleaning the house. Speaking of house cleaning, I did hire a cleaning service so that the transition was just smooth and someone that I could trust. Who will be running the Airbnb will be my brother, so he will be in contact with all the guests through the Airbnb app along the way. I created a document for him on Google Docs with everything that needs to be done prior to guests arriving and after their departure, even with details such as what to message them. I also created an Airbnb manual that needed to be printed out and put on our counter for the Airbnb guests. Now, in this video, I have so far pretty much just gone over what I have done in particular to get our house ready as an Airbnb. But there are a lot of other things you need to do if you aren't running your house as an Airbnb. Some things you might want to consider doing to your home prior to leaving would be things like installing motion light detectors so that it looks like someone is home, emptying out the fridge, taking out the trash, having your place cleaned ahead of time, possibly getting a home security system like Ring, and closing and latching all your windows and locking your front door prior to departure. Okay, there it is, a complete guide on what to do with your house prior to leaving for a huge vacation, or really any vacation that you go on. So let's recap all the things you might need to do before heading out on that big adventure. If you plan to run it like an Airbnb, like we did, make sure to do all the things I mentioned in this video. Other things would include pausing your car insurance, pausing any subscriptions like a gym membership, pause or forward all your mail, make sure to call your bank and your phone company ahead of time and let them know you're traveling, stow your vehicle somewhere safe, and find someone to watch your pet. And ladies, this tip is for you. Who doesn't want to feel good and look good for their travels? I highly recommend booking that facial, getting that hair appointment done, getting your nails done, and maybe even a back massage so that you look good and feel good for your vacation. If this video was interesting to you, then I highly recommend that you subscribe and follow along on our journey through Europe. We plan to go to Iceland, Italy, Greece, Switzerland, and Spain, or anywhere else we can go, because who knows what's gonna happen during these crazy COVID times. On my channel, you'll also be able to find things like travel tips, how we saved for this trip, how we budgeted for this trip, local guides on places we will be, and much, much more. Alright guys, that's it. Comment in the box below with any questions you might have so that I can answer them in the next video. See you later!